Today we're going to be tying up a salmon fly on a pop rivet called the Ponoi Gold. So first thing we need to do is we need to get our pop rivet and our pliers and just slam that against a bit of wood, and then that will release the pin out of the rivet, and then that gives you a lovely tube to be working from, including a monster cone as well. So I don't put the tube liner on until the end of this, so I'm just going to feed it through and add it onto the tube adapter, like so. Okay, it's going to be using red thread today, so if you just add your thread onto the tube, and then what we're going to be using for our floss, or for our tail, is going to be some hot orange floss. So what I want to use here, I think the original had Antron, but I'm just going to use some Glow Bright, and then I'm going to fold it up a couple of times. It's only single strand stuff, so I'm going to fold it up maybe 5 times, which will give me a bit of a brighter and denser head, or denser tail. And I'm going to just pinch and loop and add that on, ensuring that I leave enough space to add on my tube, my silicone adapter. Okay, so just cut that off. If you want, you can use a wee bit of Velcro. Use your fingers, entirely up to yourself. And then I'm going to trim off the excess as well here. Okay, and then just neaten things up. So there's no rib, there's no tag for this fly, so fairly simple in terms of the body. We're going to use this as the body material. This is gold Angelina fibre, so it's a craft fibre. So it's synthetic, it's a bit like angel hair, but it's really nice to work with. It's very easy to dub. So you just twist that on. I actually use this within my wings as well. Sometimes it's very mobile, especially within fox and within runner and stuff like that there. Okay, so once you've created a bit of a dubbing noodle, just start browning that up. As you can see, you can already see how bright this is. It really adds to the fly. Another wee small bit you do is okay, and then just draw the fibres back, so you can see it's a bit straggly, but it's like that kind of style anyway that we're after. Okay, and then so there's 3 parts to the wing. So the first part's yellow, so we're using 3 different colours of fox. We're using yellow, sunburst, and then orange. Okay, so first thing we want to do is just add on our first layer, which is only going to basically meet the end of the tube. Okay, I'm not going to reverse tie this, I'm just going to tie this in normally, because if we tie it the right way, it should hold its own whenever in a strong current. And I'm also taking off the guard hairs here as well. And this is going to be the most densest layer, so they get thinner as we go up. Okay, so I'm just going to tie that on using a pinch and loop. A couple of times it's secured in. Then trim off the excess. Wet the fur if you need to, just to get a good hold of it. Okay. Now, to give a wee bit more structure, I'm going to add in some crystal hair. This is just gold crystal hair. Okay. Pinch and loop, and then if you want, you can bend that back and tie on that again. And again, the length is up to yourself, because obviously it'll be covering the next 2 layers of the wing anyway. Okay, then the next layer is going to be your sunburst fox, and again this is going to be a slightly thinner layer and slightly longer layer. Okay, and again, I'm going to take off my guard hairs again for this one. Leave a couple in. Okay, and then I'm going to have this go just past the tail there. And to make things easier, what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut off what I think will be my excess. Just because of this kind of tube, you don't have much to work with. Okay. And I'm also flattening the wing, so it's not just a single, so it's not tied directly on the tube, but it's across the top. It's actually across maybe a fifth of the tube. Okay, so it'll give you hopefully a bit of a nice teardrop shape to it. Okay, and then the final wing is going to be orange. So we've used the yellow, we've used the sunburst, and now we're just using some bright orange. Just remove all the underfur. And this time you can leave a few guard hairs, just so it'll help give it a bit more stiffness, but as well as that it'll also give a nice taper. Okay, and this is probably going further again. Okay. Again, I'm going to try and cut off my excess before it gets stuck around the rivet head. Okay, so just have a wee look. Let's check that you're happy with the profile of the wing. Okay, and then if you are, just to give it a 5-5 secure hold, put a bit of super glue on about an inch with your thread. Hold back the wing and then just tie a little in. Okay, with that strand I'm going to get some more flies. I'm going to use a wee bit of yellow this time. This is yellow Angelina fibres. I'll just try and put that on top of the wing and then tie it back again. Okay, and you'll be able to see that teardrop wing hopefully on the camera. Okay, so the last thing we need to use is a hackle, so it's hot orange hackle. I'm going to use quite a large one as well. Okay, so I've broken off the tip of a hackle fibre. Okay, and then I'm going to just bring these fibres back again. And that doubles up the stalk. Then just start to train those fibres to point inwards. Use a wee bit of water if needs be. And then we just do a few turns. That was actually the end of that feather, so what I can do is I can double back and tie onto it. Okay, and then finally what I'm going to do is a small bit of super glue, because you're not going to be able to varnish because you're so close to the head there. I'm just going to run a few wraps there and then whip finish on top of that, and that cone will protect your thread as well. So I'm only doing a few turns there. So the last thing we need to do is use our liner tubing to attach to the fly. So I've burred one end, as you can see already here. So I'm going to put that up the tail end of the fly until it's held in. I'm going to sweep everything back and cut off what I think will be the end. Giving about 4mm just to be safe. And then I'm going to get my lighter. I'm going to burr that end off. And there you have it, folks, your Ponoi Gold tied on a pop rivet. Hopefully you found that useful. Now, I do have quite a few pop rivet videos, so do check them out. There's quite a range of them now. And until next time, thanks very much. All the best.